My name is Dr. Kimberly Gill, and I'm the Academic Dean at Summit Christian Academy. It has been, just as I'm sure in every other school, a Herculean effort and amazing teachers pivoting very, very quickly to move an entire school of 850 students, preschool through 12th grade, to online virtual education. We did not want to go with a fully online program, nor did we want to kind of parse out to other industries the management of our children's education. We have literally been making videos, and my teachers have gone from being shy in front of the camera to Hollywood, having their own microphones and wanting to do even more. Scheduling virtual Google Hangouts with their students so that they're meeting. I've got secondary teachers meeting 5 days a week with students at the same hour as their class every day, just to ensure that curriculum's moving forward. Our parents have been unbelievably amazing. They understand that what they're paying for is an education. They're not paying for daycare. They are paying for the teacher's professionalism. We're using actually 3 platforms. We send home a virtual agenda with embedded links for parents of our preschool through 3rd grade students. We're using Google Classrooms in grades 4, 5, and 6, and 7 through 12 are using what's called Canvas. And that's an online delivery system that many colleges actually use. So my junior high parents now are super excited that their kids are functioning really like college students and learning to time management, etc. I reached out to some of our community leaders. Leaders are readers, and they read children's stories on video, and we're in process of branding and packaging that. And we have a local police officer, our Lee Summit mayor read for us, the fire department read for us, an eye doctor. So that's been really exciting, and will give the students something, a fresh face to see. Small schools are nimble. They can be more nimble and flex and flow based on students' needs. It was a lot of work and investment on the part of the teachers, but basically what happened is every teacher turns into a first-year teacher again, getting everything ready, because it's a completely different modality of instruction. So that's tricky, but where private school comes in is you can individualize, and you don't have a lot of red tape that's stopping you from, meeting every student's needs exactly the way that they need to be met. I was in one conference with a group of administrators across the United States, public school, private school, through the ed tech. And one of the public school administrators said, sometimes I feel like the equity conversation makes sure everybody is equally at the bottom, because that's where the measure starts. And so I could hear the frustration, and was able to just talk and answer a little bit about what a private school is doing, and how we just really work with what each family has to deliver the very best to that child. So that's what's most unique, I think, in our situation, and even in what we set up coming out of the gate. We want that parent input. Private school really prides itself on partnership. We understand that parents are the primary educator. My analogy has always been, we want to be in your education toolbox, and we hope that we are the favorite hammer that you reach for every time. But parents are the primary educators. So after we had our first week rollout, we Zoomed with our parents and said, feedback, help us understand. First we piloted and got feedback. Then a week later, we made adjustments. And now that we're 3 weeks under our belt, we're working really one-on-one with families. Resource students have really struggled with a visual, primarily visual learning medium. And so we've made changes for those students so that they're working more one-on-one with their resource teachers, et cetera. So I think that nimbleness is what has been the feather in the cap that's made private education be excellent for our families. We've actually had families that are not in private school calling us because they're very worried. When you think about the big picture of education really stopping in March for many kids in Missouri, and now we won't be going back until August, that's nearly 6 months of no school. What is that going to do when we all head back in August? And and what would that look like for those students. So I know parents are scrambling to supplement those that can, other parents having to work long hours that are not getting provision from their schools. It's difficult. It has amazed me how fast teachers that weren't really necessarily interested in online have adapted and gotten excited about really what is 21st century learning. I truly believe, and already we're making curriculum purchases for the future that teachers say, hey, I want this online product. It's going magnificently. The students are engaged, whether it be interactive games or whatever, review products, test options that formulate exams, and every kid gets the same content exam with different questions. I mean, really exciting things, abilities to individualize. So I think everybody's professional development experience through this has been super intense, but they're also excited about it. And so I do see it pulling every school further into the future, benefiting students and making them more prepared for the workforce in the future, which is a technology collaborative environment. So they're learning, and also that time management skill, really being able to balance and pick up the reins on their own learning is another huge outcome. So we're excited about that. Our school, we've already had a missionary family ask us, and we have approved, can we do SCA eCampus when we go to Taiwan next year? We're excited about taking SCA to the world, and the ability that online programming and being forced to build it is opening doors and opening new horizons for our school to be able to meet students' needs no matter where they are. Basically, what the pandemic has done for education is take the lid off the box. We really believe in the power of unity, and we want to educate kids, whether that's in our building or supporting other schools. So absolutely, we've offered copies of our agendas to schools, batted ideas around with other schools. Just anything that we can do to learn from one another is exciting to us. We have been so thankful that we were all born in the era of social media, and we've really increased our use of that to reach out to families. I'll share, a few years ago, we published as a school a book called The Devoted Parent that has devotions written by teachers for parents. And so every day we had created audio readings of this. So that's one thing on our website. Lots of opportunity for engagement virtually, whether it be through Google Hangouts or Zoom, lots of videoing of what's going on. We have shared, bring your school to pet day, all these different things where kids are sharing. So it's kind of fun. We've gotten to see inside one another's homes and appreciate one another's pets and snacks, and kids are still getting together at their lunch table, via online opportunities. We're doing a community service project day. We're still formulating everything, but we want to provide families with a list of opportunities. So we're gathering addresses of elderly people in our community that are shut in some of the assistant and even independent living facilities. So they'll be getting some surprise cards. Same thing for healthcare workers, fire, police. The idea of going into your neighbor's yard and pulling weeds or picking up sticks, doing some kind of yard work, baking cookies and dropping them off to different entities. So that's kind of some of the ideas for the community outreach. We're doing a STEM day the week before school's out, where we're bringing in different people virtually to walk the kids through some different science and math activities. Our school families have been getting together by grade level and giving parades to our teachers, which has been incredible. We had a stealth team go out in the middle of the night last night and put yard signs up for all of our seniors. Our counseling staff have put together some videos for families, just some helps from our counselors, knowing that parents are asking or answering a lot of questions with their kiddos. Our school also got in touch with our Jackson County Emergency Services and said, what can we do to help? So we've gone on a list of facilities of opportunity in case that there ever was a need for drive-through supply pickup or something like that for the community. We wanted to provide opportunity for that to happen. We are blessed. SCA gives almost $500,000 in tuition assistance. We have special scholarshiping for people that are pastors in full-time ministry. And then we also work with ACE scholarships to provide low-income families the opportunity for private education. And we also work with another scholarshiping organization, a private individual that just has a heartbeat for kids in low income brackets being able to access. In private schools, of course, we have several families that are entrepreneurial, and they are taking just an incredible hit. And so I know plans are being made and discussions being had. How do we help these families that are in short windows of time not have to disrupt their child's education until we're on the other side of this? And we are going to get on the other side of this eventually. So what does that short-term support look like? And, any donations, any scholarshiping support that could happen for these children and these families that are out of the box thinkers, wanting best case scenarios for their children, would be amazing. A huge shout out to our school families and to our teachers. They are another set of unsung heroes behind the scenes, working very long hours and hurting, missing their kids, and spending long times talking one-on-one with students that are experiencing anxiety and fear. I'm just really proud of our community and the private school communities across the state of Missouri, because I know it's special and it's unique, and it's part of what we're called to do, is that just support and compassion and love. So just blessed to be part of that.